Hello, my name's Melissa. Today I wanted to talk about my bereavement mentorship. I want to go back a little bit though, because I kind of want to share how that evolved. This is actually a very sacred piece of work that I've created. It's a program that I've written that focuses on our spiritual aspects of ourself, our spiritual self. Body, mind and spirit. It's a whole holistic connection and journey, as I see it, as a rite of passage. Because what I found through my experience is that it was a rite of passage that actually became my spiritual awakening journey. But what I know from my experience, which I know is often hard for people to understand, is I actually feel grateful for my experience, being the death and the loss of my son. And I've always been sensitive in communicating that, sometimes not even owning that. It hasn't been a matter of triumphing over something so tragic. But it is very profound a powerful experience when you can actually reach a place of gratitude for that experience. And so I want to share a little bit about that, because it's actually a key to my services and what I offer people. I don't just sit and allow people or give people the space to talk about their story. I do that, but it's so far greater than that. It's not just counseling to help people move through emotions. It's definitely a big part of that experience. But the key thing that really has stood out to me, and I know, and this is why it's really important, is my experience. For me, what I've understood through the loss of my son, and the word loss is not even the right word, because I haven't lost anything, because my connection is just completely different. So my son is still here around me. But the gratitude, what I understood from gratitude is gratitude dissolves pain. I had to go through the pain. There was an immense amount of pain that I went through as a mother, grieving. But what I understand and know from my whole life, which is the core of who I am, is the ability to always get back up and go again. Now I see a lot where people who are experiencing loss of loved ones, I fully understand what they're going through. But there are also many people that aren't able, perhaps yet, find the deeper meaning to that experience. Because one thing, and I don't want this to be like cliche, one thing that is true is death is a natural part and process of life. But gratitude, and how gratitude can dissolve pain once you've received your wisdom, learnings and growth through that experience. When not everyone is able or willing perhaps to choose to learn and grow and evolve through that experience. And I think, and this is why I'm sensitive, I really try to gently communicate this, because I understand there's so many layers to why people might not be able to get out of their grief. It could be deemed as victim mentality. There's just so many layers. I couldn't even just, put it all here briefly in this little video, because there are so many layers that can prevent us from experiencing joy again in our life. There's so many layers. I can't just pinpoint it in simple terms, but it is a rite of passage where we go through the most profound, or can do, journey of soul mastery. But not only that, I believe through what I see through my own experience, especially if we've experienced trauma elsewhere in our life, sometimes perhaps lots of adversity. All of these experiences are molding us. And so too does the death of our loved ones. It molds us, or we can, from that experience, evolve into a higher conscious being, a higher way of living. Now, to say that gratitude dissolves pain, even through grief and loss, what I think is so powerful is what I realized in my own experience was that it showed me that I didn't lose my connection to love. That is, whoa, that is so powerful. And this is where we have this choice. We can choose through suffering and not wanting to find joy again in our life, for all the different reasons, valid reasons for that. But we miss out. We're missing out on that connection of love. That takes a huge amount of courage. And this is what I feel is very unique for me in what I offer, because I wrote a very deep and spiritual program. Well, not even just spiritual, body, mind, spirit program. This mentorship takes people through a journey of body, mind, and spirit to understand the truth of your existence and your purpose in this lifetime, and the deep meaning of your unique grief journey. Because there's a higher meaning from that experience that can be gained. And it's so powerful if you, through that experience, taking to the deepest lows, especially with the loss of children, that is the deepest low. But not only that, my experiences, I felt like I had so many experiences that kept challenging me to keep on loving life. And this is what I find that I'm here to guide others to do. But not only, because I work also, my work has expanded into end of life transitions as well. I've been on this magical journey with spirit, creating such beautiful programs that I've created, 2 very specific programs for pre-death and post-death. It is end-of-life transitions and then the grieving. I've created such a beautiful, sacred rites of passage for end of life, and then for all the family members who are grieving after that experience. And so my profound signature program focuses on helping people, one, not to lose love through that experience of death and loss, and to also go on this deep soulful journey to discover your most truest authentic self. And so I offer this, and I really want people to understand that it's a sacred journey. I understand some of us may not want to do like a 7-month program, so I've actually created a micro version of that for 3 months. But it's very profound, where I take you on a journey, soul mastery masterclass, where you get 7 modules just for that particular experience that takes you through the stages of grieving, takes you on a journey for you to understand who you are spiritually as soul in this world. It takes you through a beautiful healing experience with another 7 modules with mindful nature connection, because Mother Earth is our greatest healer. She imparts so much wisdom with the program just specifically that I've created for that nature connection. And then I add in all of that, all of my one-to-one private counseling, so that you get to talk about your story and share your story. And then I offer the healings, the holistic modalities, particularly pranic energy healing, to help shift all that dense energy. So you get X amount of, or 7 on the 7-month program, you get, all of those private one-to-ones with me on a monthly basis. And then I take you through this journey where you get to be guided through the written program and with me personally one-to-one, but you also self-lead that. That is where you go and then take yourself on the journey. I've just planted the foundation and the seeds for you so that you can find your truth on so many levels, body, mind, and spirit. And so coming back to, hopefully then, with the gained wisdom, you are then able to also find yourself in a place of gratitude for your experience, which actually, without getting into it now, is actually setting you up for something far greater into the future. One, hopefully, is that it will guide you into your most profound work in service, accessing and harnessing, utilizing your experience, all of your wisdom learnings, to be able to share it as I have done for you, or am doing for you. Because it's our greatest lived experience becomes the greatest teacher. And so with your newfound gratitude for your experience and remaining connected to love and not fear and suffering is so powerful. And I know many people, there's many reasons, so I can't even probably go into all the reasons, but there are reasons that we we choose suffering over choosing new normal, new ways of living in the world with such a profound gained wisdom from your experience, basically. And so I offer this mentorship. It's available anytime, to join anytime. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that and what it looks like, all the different little aspects, I encourage you to reach out to me. You can go simply to my website, to my contact page. It's set up perfectly just to highlight the services that you're interested in, or go to my page for the Bereavement Mentorship and have a look there at all the information that I've put up for you to read, just to understand what's involved. And if you're interested, you can apply directly from there. But we do have a chat. So when you apply, it's literally just really encouraging you to, I ask a lot of questions, which is really just encouraging you to understand whether this is the right path for you now. Because if you feel that it then is the right path, based on what you can read through the application online, we then go into a free consultation call where then you get to ask all the questions about what I can offer you. And there's 3 options, but basically the 2 that I recommend is the 3 months or the 7 months, but you can do casually. And so this is money well spent on you and your personal development. And I know that if I can get as many people to where I feel I am in this existence of life, having come through that experience, and now creating and doing and providing the most profound service to community, if I can get as many people to also do the same, I know you will be in a place of peace and freedom. I know it because I am walking it, and I still walk it, because it doesn't end, not if you embark on this journey to discover the truth of who you are. And this is specific for people that really know that they are warriors of heart and they have something very unique to give and gift community. So I thank you for listening. If you are interested in my bereavement mentorship, I would love to chat to you to see how we could work together. And I look forward to communicating with you. Just head over to my website, which will be in the link at the bottom of this video, and we'll go from there. Namaste.